Ellie and Endo Episode 7, The Squire Trials. The sun rose behind the white stone towers of HCPHQ, casting a warm golden light across the mountainside. Ellie stood at the entrance to the trial hall, clutching her satchel a little tighter than usual. Hoggs snuffled at her boots, sensing her nerves.
"Right then,"
Sir Endo said with a grin, adjusting his cloak.
"The council awaits. I'll see you when you've finished. Good luck."
Ellie watched him disappear through the grand doors, then turned to face the trial hall entrance. It creaked open slowly, revealing 5 other trialists waiting inside. The trial master's voice boomed from a balcony above.
Welcome! You 6 will enter the mountains and face challenges designed to test whether you have what it takes to join HCPHQ.
The group exchanged nervous glances. Hoggs gave a determined huff. With a deep rumble, the doors opened, revealing a winding mountain trail.
Let the trial begin.
The squires hiked higher into the snowy mountains until they reached a dense wooded valley. Suddenly, a metallic dong rang out through the wind. "First trial starts soon," someone muttered. Then came the sound, a sharp, high-pitched buzzing. From behind the trees, a swarm of thin-winged creatures with long, glowing stingers burst into the clearing. "They're coming this way," a trialist shouted. "Run!" Their group scattered, but the swarm descended fast. The creatures hovered, circled, then dived, stinging with surprising speed. "Ah!" yelped one of the boys in a red sash as one tagged his shoulder. Another squire swatted frantically at her arm. Then, just as suddenly, the buzzing faded. The swarm zipped back into the woods. The group paused, breathless. Ellie scanned the others and stopped on a familiar face.
"Phoebe?" "Ellie,"
said Phoebe, the young pharmacist from Insulin Cove, and now wearing hiking gear instead of her white coat. She carried a pouch of potions and scrolls and was followed by a soft-footed bolus bunny.
"This is Buns."
Phoebe smiled as the bunny bounced up to sniff Hoggs, who greeted him with a happy squeak. Before they could properly catch up, the buzzing returned. "They're coming back!" someone cried. Ellie turned to Phoebe.
"What are they?"
Phoebe stood confidently.
"Repeating needlers. They're common. They help keep levels stable, but the trick is not letting them sting you in the same spot twice." "Repeating what?"
Ellie asked, confused.
"Sounds like you've been using a pump for a while. Repeating needlers mimic injections. If they sting the same place again and again, it can cause trouble."
The swarm swept in. Ellie instinctively turned her body, shielding the spot where she'd been stung earlier. Around her, the others weren't so lucky. "Ow!" one girl cried, pulling up her sleeve to reveal a red lump. "It stung me in the exact same place." Phoebe hurried over.
"If they keep hitting the same spot, the insulin won't work properly. That's why they keep coming back."
"But why are they stinging us at all? None of us have eaten anything."
Phoebe frowned, then dropped to one knee. She brushed the grass with her hand, eyes scanning the undergrowth.
"Aha! Sugar bugs!"
The group leaned in. Tiny, glowing insects clung to their cloaks and boots, nearly invisible in the grass.
"They've been biting us since we entered the field. We must be attracting them due to our stress levels being elevated from the trial. Even though we didn't eat, the needlers think we need correcting because the sugar bugs are spiking our levels."
"We have to get out of here," someone shouted. The group shook themselves off, brushing away the clingy bugs, and followed Phoebe into the next valley. As they reached the edge of the field, the buzzing returned, faint but growing louder.
"We need to check our levels. Who knows how much sugar got in from those bugs?"
Each squire tested quickly and corrected. Just as they finished, the repeating needlers soared overhead, but this time they didn't stop. The swarm flew straight past. "Phew!" the group sighed in relief. Then, dong! Another chime echoed through the valley, signaling the end of the first trial. The squires stood straighter, more confident now. They'd survived their first test, but as the sound faded, a new silence settled in. Somewhere deeper in the mountains, the next trial was already waiting. Ellie and Endo Episodes 1 to 5, now available on Amazon.